Has taken over the rotating presidency of the European Union in the middle of a pandemic, a dire economic crisis and a divisive recovery period. The flag of the presidency was raised in Berlin this morning, and raised too are the hopes that the bloc's financial powerhouse will be able to steer it through uncertain times. For the next 6 months, Germany will chair meetings at every level in the Council. They'll have to contend with hammering out the bloc's next budget and following through on the ambitious Green Deal. Our political editor, Darren McCaffrey, says the Germans will have a lot to contend with over the next 6 months.
My word, there is a hell of a long list, Oliver, in terms of priorities for the German presidency. On top of those flags going up in Berlin and indeed in other places, they have replaced the banner here outside the Council. Of course, what happens is every 6 months a country takes over the rotating presidency of the European Union. The last time Germany held it was 13 years ago. And you know who the Chancellor of Germany was 13 years ago? Angela Merkel, but she's got possibly the most difficult presidency there has ever been of the European Union. You say there is still that immediate health crisis of the pandemic. We're seeing localised lockdowns in many parts of Lisbon, including in parts of Germany. There is clearly the massive economic fallout, the tsunami of businesses and job losses that we're expecting in the coming months, and this row over the €750 billion bailout fund being put forward by the EU Commission. Emmanuel Macron says he wants to see a deal this month, but there are very deep divisions, and that is far from certain. As you say, there is also this continued push to try and pursue a green agenda, and that will have been reaffirmed by some election results, particularly in France, that we've seen at the weekend. So it is a mammoth task. It must be said, though, that the presidency does allow some exertion of influence, because you do get to set the agenda to a large degree, and many would say maybe this is a prescient time, actually, for Europe's largest economy, its biggest political powerhouse, to take charge, and for a woman like Angela Merkel, who has been Chancellor of Germany longer than any other leader in Europe right now, that she has the ability to steady and to steer the ship, given the political clout that she has, Oliver.
Still ahead